J.J. Watt gets hurt. Without him, this defense is still the number one defense in the NFL, and we saw what they did. Defense was not the issue in that game against the New England Patriots. They were putting heat on Tom Brady. So just how valuable is J.J. Watt? I know all the awards that he's won, but they can win games without him.
Yes, Michael, that is such a great point. I'm so glad you brought it up because I last week was saying on my show, if you want to talk about the value, look at the four quarterbacks in the Final Four. Look, I mean, you want every single one of them. Now, Matt Ryan's got to have about 5 or 6 more years of this type of run to be a Hall of Famer. But numbers-wise and leadership-wise and what they do for their teams, look, they're from Rodgers and Brady and Ryan and Roethlisberger. Good Lord. So the aberration is, you don't really need a quarterback. That doesn't happen very often. And now look at the teams who, quite frankly, weren't very good this year. The quarterback position, a lot of them weren't very good. So you're so right about J.J. Watt. Listen, what was it, a handful of years ago? I think they went 2-14 one year when he was on the team. If Brady, Rodgers, Matt Ryan, or Ben Roethlisberger or your quarterback or Drew Brees or Russell Wilson, you're never going 2-14. You're never doing it. Just like if I took Tom Brady and stuck him right now in Cleveland, next year they'd compete for the division title. If I took Russell Wilson or if I took Ben Roethlisberger and put him in San Francisco, the NFC West different, and the 49ers will be competitive. Mm-hmm. That's how important it is. So I am with you. He's so valuable. He's not even the best defensive player on his team right now with the injury. And remember now this, the torque and that you use on your lower back. And I have so much 3-time defensive MVP. The guy's a monster. But it's never going to be the same. I'm not a doctor, but I did talk to a doctor last week who said, I can't imagine with all the torque and the lower back injury, with his leverage and the way he plays, that he could ever be the same again. Now, J.J. Watt's been freaking people out with how good he is for a long time. But the best player on that team is Clowney, and he will be from now on. Now, that being said, if we all of a sudden took J.J. Watt and stuck him in Dallas and took Tony Romo and stuck him on the Texans this year, the Houston Texans may very well have beat the Patriots last week with the way the Patriots played. So, yes, while I'm not just saying that the quarterback's the only guy that matters, but you're exactly right. No matter how good Khalil Mack is or Earl Thomas is, and I know those losses matter, take away the great quarterback. If Aaron Rodgers plays average this week, they cannot win. They cannot win. But if the defensive tackle plays average this week, they can win. So, yes, the value matters. Hell, if I was the Texans, I'll be honest with you, as much as I like you, I'd consider trading him. For his value, I'd get him healthy, and I'd consider trading him for a couple number 1 draft picks and build my team different because they're good enough defensively to win with or without J.J. Watt. Yes, he makes them better, but the quarterback is where it's at. And in the NFL, you need to look no longer or farther than the Final Four to tell me that position doesn't matter, and look no farther than the Oakland Raiders against the Texans. Give me Connor Cook, we got no shot. Give me Derek Carr, the Houston Texans probably aren't moving on after that playoff game. So it's a fact. And you hit a great point that the value of J.J. Watt, while important, one defensive lineman doesn't make a difference, at least a difference in 4 or 5 wins. A quarterback does.